The latest Genshin update contains quite a few interesting changes, one of which includes a free Catalyst weapon skin, and in this video, I am going to cover everything you need to know about version 6.4, also known as Luna 5. Alright, starting off with the story, a new quest featuring Varka will be available, and it's got some interesting twists, such as this antagonist Bloodstained Knight who will show up at some point. On top of that, this guy called Lowen, who is the vice captain of Knights of Favonius, will also join us in the quest, and I believe he is one of the few upcoming characters since now it looks like his silhouette from the 6.3 livestream seems to be matching. But yeah, after completing this story quest, you can obtain a bunch of level up materials for Varka, and some primo gems as well. Speaking of which, a new world boss will be added into the game called Radiant Moongecko, and the devs have specifically mentioned that this boss will drop Varka's ascension materials. New version, new events, and this time around, Knights of Favonius are holding an event called Homeward, He Who Caught the Wind. And I believe this big event is made up of 4 main activities. In the first one, you need to find discrepancies out of place, like Lieben doing Catherine's job. That's not how things are supposed to be. Then second activity involves some mixing of drinks for various characters. And then in the third one, you get to fly around and shoot some stuff. Looks like they're finally reusing some of those good old 1.0 Dvalin airborne fight mechanics. And then finally, the fourth activity is a combat event, but interestingly enough, here you can summon some Shadow Knights to unleash big sword waves to clear out enemies. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, by participating in this event, you can claim a free 4-star weapon Catalyst skin. And here's the amazing part, you can use it on any Catalyst weapon. It's kinda like that 4-star rarity skin you'd obtain from Stygian Dire difficulty. But this one doesn't require you to have meta teams to clear some specific bosses. Really nice, to be honest. Can't wait to replace my thrilling tales. Now, moving over to minor events, the first one called Sightseeing with Friends is quite exciting because Bongo Head the Fungi returns. I mean, it's just an event where you fill in some landscape paintings and take pictures. But hey, Bongo Head, am I right? Next one is Operation Stronghold Defense, and in this one, you will help Aino build some tower defense stuff. I don't know, just looks like a pretty simple tower defense minigame. Then Traveler's Tales is also getting updated with a bunch of new character encounters, one of which includes Nicole, and I'm sure a lot of people are hyped about her. Also, the Myriad Melodies game mode is getting a bunch of new OST, one of which includes Notcry's latest soundtrack. And you'll also be able to buy a new harmonic keys instrument. And then, even in the dry content phase, Genius and Vacation TCG players are still getting their usual fix of new stuff, such as this new Notcry table, card backs, new NPCs you can challenge, and new cards. You guys are eating good this patch, aren't you? Finally, envisaged echoes are gracing the Kamisato family. Both Ayato and Ayaka will get their own trail effects. Oh, and I also don't know where to add this in the video, but new Nodcry-inspired realm layout will be available for the Serenity pod. Honestly, this one looks really good, might have to switch to it. But yeah, lastly, as always, Overflowing Abundance will be coming back, and you can also just check out the whole event schedule here. So, we finally get to talk about the newest upcoming character, Varka. And man, he looks really cool. He's using 2 claymores at the same time. Now, from what I understand, his skill when tapped will infuse both his claymores. One will always deal anemo damage, and the other one's infusion depends on what teammates Varka has. So, if he has a Pyro teammate, he gains Pyro infusion. Not only that, but he also can do a special skill or charge attack, which starts off on cooldown, but his normal attacks can reduce it with each hit. So it looks like this Chad might benefit from some attack speed. Now, the devs also mentioned Varka is a Hexarai unit, and once you complete his Witch's homework, his Hexarai talent will further help reduce the cooldown of his special skill or charge attack. Finally, when it comes to the burst, it has a pretty awesome animation and it delivers 2 hits, one of which will deal different elemental damage depending on Varka's teammates. Oh, and check this out, Varka can leap around with his skill as well. That's probably the main reason to get him, just so you can jump around like crazy. Also, it seems like if you pull for Varka and interact with this local legend, not only do you get to fight Andreas in a unique way, but also the final reward is going to be a custom skin for both his claymores. On one hand, that seems so cool, but I also kind of feel bad if people are not allowed to experience this local legend if they didn't pull for Varka. I don't know, I hope I'm wrong here, and maybe misunderstood the devs when they said Varka can interact with one of the local legends in a unique way. Well, I guess we'll see about that. But let's talk about banners. In Phase 1, Varka and Flynns will be the featured 5 stars along with their signature weapons. And then in Phase 2, Skirk and Escoffier will be enjoying the spotlight. Not gonna lie, Phase 2 looks super good for anyone who's thinking of going for Skirk team comp, although Nodcry units have been doing some crazy damage lately. Still, there's one more banner and it's the Chronicled Wish. I'ma be honest guys, this one is truly not good. Like maybe Albedo is decent, but I'm sure all of you understand that half of this banner are just standard pool units. And I get it, Hoyo just wanted to create a Chronicled Wish banner to celebrate Mondstadt and Varka, basically to fit the theme. However, Eula is just simply an outdated meta unit. Klee in Hexerite teams is good, but honestly she's fine at C0 if you get her from the banner. Same goes for Albedo at C0, he's also pretty good at Hexerite teams. And then the other three... just, yeah. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, they're all from Mondstadt. Anyway, I'm not here to tell you if you guys should pull on the Chronicled Wish banner, but I think anyone who has played the game long enough understand that this is just not worth going for unless you really want to obtain Klee or Albedo. And look, I am Albedo's biggest fanboy, so you do you. You know, I'm never sure if you guys really care about the new features from Miliastra Wonderland, so let me know in the comments. But at least this time around, you will be able to earn some Primo Gems by playing 1 or 2 stages, so that's great. And yeah, a bunch of new costumes will be added into the game, and you can even obtain a free 4-star set by doing a couple of tasks. And lastly, voice chat is getting added into Miliastra, and knowing how voice chats work, unless they limit it to just chatting with people from friends list, we're about to enter the world of voice chat with strangers. Plus, it's a gacha game, plus it's anime. So yeah, the trifecta of random encounters. We will see how this works out. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to Luna 5 Genshin update. Not gonna lie, it's a little dry to be honest, but I've been covering Genshin since the first day, and we all know every major update cycle has its ups and downs. So yeah, expect some nice dryness during second phase of this update. Maybe use that time to do something else. I know I will try to complete rest of Nodcry areas. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, be sure to press that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will be releasing Varka's video very soon, so stay tuned. Thanks and see you soon.